Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Kaspa video. Before we get into it, could you please Mike Tyson the like and subscribe button? You can see that Kaspa is at 13 cents right now. It did bottom out just a little over 12 cents, at least in the last day. Mining revenue in the last 24 hours, about 1.3 million. And so the thumbnail title, can we get to $5? Are we in a super cycle? No one truly knows. Time will tell, and someone's going to be right. But let's just look. So for it to get to a $5 price, it'd be pretty close to the BNB all-time high, which was around 110 billion market cap. So that's a long ways to go, 37x from here. But BNB, has got a lot of people, and they have a lot of crap coins and some DeFi over there. But due to irregular activity, we're temporarily pausing Binance Smart Chain. And you look that it's super centralized, and it takes so many BNB to be a validator. The very few people are even capable of doing that. So super centralized, because where was it at? Yeah, it takes 10,000 BNB. At the time of this article, that was 2.7 million. What is BNB? BNB is up in price. BNB is $556, so that's even higher now. That might be like, what, $5 million? And so not very many people are being able to run the node validators. So it's super centralized. So can something that's got cooler technology get up there? Yeah, I don't know the future. And maybe if you're looking at a super cycle, you're not looking at a top next year. You can see Bitcoin 17 days until the halving. Big catalyst for the overall market. But what's interesting, plan B, obviously, the stock to flow model for Bitcoin, a lot of people have problems with it or whatever. It's kind of right, kind of wrong, whatever, in some ways. But this is interesting right here with the RSI for Bitcoin. It's never been this high. The months until the halving, so a blue dot, and then it switches over from blue to red. I think there, maybe one more blue dot. Dark blue dot before it switches to red. And so, or maybe this April will be the red dot. But you can see the RSI. In general, the RSI at the time of the halving has been going down. So it's been making lower lows. And now the RSI has been the highest it's ever been, at least on this chart. So that's prior to the halving. So does that mean that we're going to peak early? Or does that mean that it could be a super cycle? You got all this ETF money flowing in. And at some point, no matter what project you're on in crypto, what Bitcoin does kind of circles around back to Kaspa. And so I don't know the future. I think that it's not without, possibility that it could reach that. And that's still 37x is a long ways from where we're at now. But you got to just, step back. Look at the fact that the hash rate is growing, and that is bullish for the overall ecosystem. Smart contracts and GoStag, you can see that once more the miners are going with Rust nodes instead of Go nodes, and then once it starts going from up to 10 blocks a second and beyond. So there's a lot of exciting things. I think in days and weeks where you start having blood in the market. If someone's been around for a while, then they can stomach a little bit more. But even if you have, it's always good to kind of be, realistic about your project, but also trying to, have some hope and think about what your long-term vision is, not just a short-term vision. Because otherwise, every time there's a 10-20% pullback, someone would be dumping their bags. Then it shoots up, they'd buy back in. So that's my plan. And it's interesting. Just because the RSI for Bitcoin is the highest it's ever been prior to the halving, I don't know exactly what that means. Some people think that suggests that we could be in a super cycle, and maybe we are, maybe we're not, and time will tell. Someone will be right, but we're just all trying to make the best decision that we can with the information we have, and that's basically about it. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's possible that we're in a super cycle that could go longer than kind of a 2-year standard cycle for the bull market? Or do you think that there'll be a top this year or next year, and then we'll be back into a bear market? So thanks for watching, and have a good day.